Okay, I want to now look at using the virtual machine to find artifacts. First of all, about artifacts, they drive computer forensics. When an artifact type is discovered, it is quickly shared by digital forensic analysts. And how are they discovered? Usually somebody notices something a bit strange, they investigate, they get an artifact, somebody writes a parser, everybody's talking about it, everybody's delighted with it. So what is an artifact? It's the remnants of an activity that is stored on disk or memory and which may be used to reconstruct that activity. For example, browser history is an artifact of browsing. If you look at the history, it means somebody can work out a user's actions. How would you discover these? Well, if we perform some action on a computer that results in an artifact, then the disk must have been changed in some way. That artifact has been stored. If we know what the disk contains before and after the action, then any difference can give rise to the artifact. This means we can discover new artifacts. Not only that, we can be confident that we've discovered all the artifacts related to that. So how do you do that? Well, you start with a known state, you perform some action, you record the new state, and you find the differences. So we could use the suspect machine. The advantage of doing this is that artifacts can be different in different operating systems, but if you're using the suspect machine, you've got exactly the operating system that they use. So you can boot up, you can remember the state that will actually be in the cache file, if you remember. We'll look at that in a minute. Then you can perform the action, then you remember the state, a new cache file, and then you find the differences. Now, finding the differences is a little bit tricky, but it's not that difficult. Okay, so that's what we'll do.